Hey, hi. Good morning, everyone. Great to be here with you all today. We're all here today with a common and shared interest that makes it very relevant and timely for us to be here. Can you hear us? All right. So before starting the session, I would like to mention a few points, some soft instructions to make today's discussions a little smoother. So all attendees are muted by default and cannot be unmuted during the session. We will have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. If in case you have any questions in between, you can raise an electronic hand to grab our attention or ask a question through a question section. Okay, so that's the context. And now coming back to today's topic, I'd just like to start off with a thought-provoking question. Why do some SMBs seem to be pulling up ahead very effortlessly while others are constantly seem to be playing catch-ups? It's a very practical question, and come down to how they leverage technology and cloud solutions to drive the business outcomes. Now imagine this: what if your SMB could innovate and deliver 3x faster than your current pace, scale proportionately without any of the typical hardships, simplify operations, or maybe things can run smoother, all while keeping the cost firmly under control. Sounds powerful, right? Yeah. So here's the exciting part of it. Basically, this isn't some distant future or a Silicon Valley luxury. So for SMBs, it's a growth engine, a way to scale at fast pace, delight your customers, and stay ahead of competitors, which is the whole idea for the SMBs and the whole idea behind today's webinar session, which we are going to go through together. So before we kick off, I'd like to quickly introduce who you're spending time with today. It's Kuldeep here, and I work with SMBs like yours to harness cloud-native technologies, accelerate innovation, and create measurable business impact. So I primarily collaborate with SMB founders and leadership teams to unlock growth and operational efficiencies. For the next 45 minutes, we will be exploring real-world examples, industry-specific use cases, and tangible outcomes to see how these technologies translate into impact for businesses like yours. So by the end of this session, you'll see exactly why this shift isn't just a technology upgrade, it's a complete competitive advantage. So without a further delay, let's dive in. Yeah, so here's what we are going to cover in today's session. First, we will have a look at SMB's landscape in 2025 and identify the key challenges and missed opportunities. Then we'll explore how AWS combined with cloud.in's expertise enables cost savings, scalability, resilience, compliances, and other business values. So we'll walk you through cloud-ready workloads as well across the industries, examine 2 concrete SMB case studies, and finally, I'll be showing how you can take your next growth leap with the confidence with cloud.in's expertise. So there's plenty of time for interaction. So I encourage you to think about how each example resonates with your business. So that's going to be the whole idea for today's webinar. So now, before we dive into solutions and case studies, so it's important to step back and understand it's a broader context. So the SMB growth landscape in 2025. So why does this matter? Is basically it's very simple, because SMBs today face unprecedented opportunities and challenges. So technology is also advancing rapidly, and markets are shifting, and customer expectations are higher than ever. So how will you position your cloud strategy today will determine whether you scale efficiently or get left behind. So let's take a closer look at the trends, the numbers, and the drivers shaping SMB growth this year or maybe in the near future, and why cloud adoption is no longer just a nice to have but a survival strategy. Yeah. So moving ahead to our next slide, SMBs, we are going to have a look at SMBs growth landscape in 2025. So those are the fastest adopting high potential segment and make up over 90% of all businesses globally. They are leading the charge in digital adoption, and what this means is that SMBs are moving faster and adopting to the right technology, gaining disproportionate advantages. The reality is simple: if you're quick, agile, and cost efficient, you win the market share. If you lag behind, and so competitor captures your customers, and cloud adoption is no longer a nice to have, basically. So imagine being able to respond instantly to customer demands, launching new products faster than your competitors, and scale your businesses globally without heavy upfront infrastructure costs. So this is exactly what the leading SMBs are doing today. So just have this in mind. How quickly can your business respond to a sudden market shift right now? So time to evaluate these critical things, because we've seen that most SMBs think that this could be the only possible with enterprise grade capabilities, and these are out of reach for the most of SMBs until they see how AWS levels the playing field. With Cloud.in's expertise, you get the tools and strategies that Fortune 500 companies use, but without the Fortune 500 price tag. So that's the whole context basically of how SMBs are growing in line with the enterprise accounts basically. So here we are going to move ahead and see what's really holding some SMBs back. What are some revenue leakages and inefficient processes that are causing delays for product delivery and reduce what your customers spend you with. So customer experience is critical. Downtime, slow processes, or consistent service erode trust and loyalty. So decision making is slowed because insights aren't in the real time. Scaling operations cost more and takes longer than it should. So on the flip side, there's a huge untapped potential for SMBs, and sitting on the data that can drive revenue growth, uncover predictive insights, and help understand customer behavior to personalize experiences, and analytics that can reduce cost, improve efficiency, and mitigate some sort of risk, and only if you use those technologies strategically. So today I want you to think not just about the challenges, but about the opportunities you may be leaving on the table. So yeah, on that note, we will going to move ahead, and for the next slide. So here's we're going to talk in the next slide is about how the business values of cloud are enabling SMBs basically, which are cost, scale, resilience, security, and compliance. Let's talking about the solutions. Imagine your business freeing up 20 to 30% of IT spend by just eliminating idle infrastructure, or or just picture a scenario where about scaling from 500 to 5,000 users seamlessly during a seasonal peaks. So without heavy infrastructure, without disruptions. So this is going to be the kind of flexibility and efficiency the cloud technology is going to deliver for the businesses today. So if you're going to build upon that note, for SMBs, resilience is going to be the another game changer. With some sort of 99.99% of uptime. That means your business never skips a beat. It keeps running smoothly, protecting revenue and trust. And when it comes to security, it's always enterprise grade protection, and plus managed compliance ensures your data stays safe, and that aligns with regulations. Like for example, if you take about some sort of compliances like HIPAA, PCI DSS, and GDPR. So this is what is possible with AWS and Cloud.in. So you don't just get technology, you get an operating model that enables growth. Your team can focus on innovation while the platform handles cost efficiency, scale, security, compliance, everything automatically. So let's make some things tangible, and we talk about some sort of how this can be practically possible. What are some cloud ready SMB workloads and use cases in our next slide. So probably here you can see that maybe we have some sort of sectors which are healthcare, fintech, SaaS, edtech, and all. So we have some sort of workloads that are unique to every industry that are out there, and some sort of use cases that aligns with the workloads that we have basically, and what are the impact of that particular workloads and use cases on AWS cloud. So talking about healthcare, let's take an example of healthcare, and talking about that migrating, it's a very critical workload and use case that we have with the healthcare segment, which is migrating the patient data to AWS. What it can does is it can reduce a report turnaround time from 3 hours to just under 10 minutes. resulting in 25% of improvement in the patient satisfaction. So this is the kind of impact that cloud can bring for the SMBs. And if we talk about fintech scenario, if we talk about that, AI-driven fraud detection catches 40% more fraudulent transactions while reducing false positives by another 40%, and it just enhances the security and operational efficiency as well, turning around the complete picture, and more importantly saving millions of dollars and rupees, and protecting the most important customer trust. So this is all is happening right now. And if we talk about some sort of SaaS applications, which is a booming industry, providing the scaled analytics platform to handle 5 times the traffic without downtime, increasing monthly recurring revenue by 18%. So this is what SMB ready cloud workloads look like when they deliver real-time outcomes, not just technical efficiency as a buzzwords. So I just would like to highlight this and understand which of these workloads would have the biggest impact on your business. The question is, how do we get from struggling with delivery delays to actually delighting the customers? And we are going to uncover these things in the upcoming slides basically, and we are going to some real world case studies and success stories where some of the SMB businesses have implemented the AWS cloud for their workloads, and leveraging AWS cloud for higher successes basically, right? So let's take a closer look at institutions which belong to educational sector, which is we talk about Dinde AI. So they wanted to transform how students learn by delivering personalized and instant study materials basically. So using AWS, we built platforms where students upload their content and instantly receive summaries and flashcards. So higher education and polytechnic, management or engineering subjects like science, mechanics, where large volumes of technical content needs to be assimilated quickly for exam preparations or maybe for project works. The result, students globally experiences the faster and more personalized learning. This wasn't just a tech win, it demonstrated the practical power of generative AI applied to the educational institutions at a broader level. Scalable, efficient, and impactful. This is what SMB innovation looks like when paired with cloud strategy. So if we talk about another real world example, let's talk about another industry. Let's take an example of fintech industry. One of the customers was Payget, a leader in online payment processing across across global, needed speed and reliability for growing transaction volumes basically. So what they did is leveraging AWS, the payments now processes in seconds. Downtime is very minimal, and scaling to support regional expansion is very seamless. The impact is clear. Operational friction disappeared, trust increased, and infrastructure complexity vanished, resulting in transactional efficiency and enhancing customer experience. So this illustrates how SMBs can compete with much larger enterprises using cloud as a strategic lever. And if we want to build up on the previous examples, let me highlight a couple of more scenarios that illustrate tangible cost impact. So take a mid-sized enterprise was take a look at one enterprise mid-sized enterprise customer who was facing high cost due to data transfer operations across multiple environments. By optimizing their cloud infrastructure and architecture, implementing smarter data movement strategies on AWS, we were able to reduce data transfer outages related to expenses by approximately 20 to 25%, while improving the operational inefficiencies. So this was this was the SMB business, just like many in the room. So facing big problems and challenges, and wondering if the change was even possible for them. But we're seeing that the challenges were even massive, but the outcomes were even bigger with AWS cloud, a system that practically runs itself. But this is how those can be transformed into something big. So let's translate this into business values. And going forward, we just do that for how SMBs can translate these values into the tangible results and outcomes. So SMBs are leveraging AWS that can reduce IT cost by a couple of percentages, by few percentages, freeing up capitals for marketing, hiring, innovation. Products and services can reach market 3 times faster. Customer retentions improve by some percentage because experiences are faster and more reliable. So global expansion happens twice as fast, and downtime is reduced by almost 90%. That is huge. So protecting revenue and reputation. So technically, you gain auto-scaling infrastructure, enterprise-grade security, compliance alignment, multi-region resilience, and ready-to-use AI/ML analytics capabilities. So imagine applying all of these to your SMB workloads. The impact is going to be transformational. So we are very closer to the future possibilities. The future is near and clear. So we are going to take a look at that, how it is going to shape today's SMBs in the near future. So as I talked about that, it is going to be very composable applications allow rapid assembly of workloads via APIs, or for that matter via events. AI native workflows automate everyday tasks, freeing your team for high value work, real-time data driven insights that guide smarter decisions, predict some sort of trends, and uncover hidden opportunities. So one more aspect is there, which is going to be the zero ops, means deployment, scaling, and recovery happens automatically, and all of this is global and sustainable. You can serve your customers and extracting insights from the scattered data that you have. With a composable cloud architecture, they can assemble exactly the services that they need: compute, storage, analytics, that too on demand. So combined with ops, a principle, much of the infrastructure management happened automatically, freeing up the teams to focus entirely on the business priorities. So now add GenAI and advanced data analytics. So the company can predict inventory needs, personalized offers for top customers, detect operational bottlenecks before those bottlenecks impact business. Suddenly what seemed like distance, futuristic capability, that becomes very practical and a day-to-day reality for us and SMBs. So this is going to look like how the future is going to be for the SMBs in order to cloud, that is going to shape the agility of the businesses and intelligence and self-optimizing capability and processes, enabling the growth it needs, resiliency, and the tangible and outcomes that they need. So to conclude, SMB cloud isn't just a technology; it's a strategic engine for a future-ready agility and innovation. So as we are looking at the future of SMB cloud, there are some critical questions every business leader should ask. And so this is going to be a critical part, how we're going to think it in line with the transformations for the SMB businesses, and that is what we are going to discuss in the next slide. So here we go for that. We have some critical questions every SMB should ask. So ask yourself, how much of your cloud spend is idle? And that is causing excessive cloud spending for about 20 to 30%, that adds to the consumption of AWS billing. So that can be minimized, that can be optimized. There are ways for that. So what could you if you talk about the next questions, like what could you launch, what if you could launch it at the double speed, and where are outages or latency costing revenue or trust, which manual workflows are frustrating your customers? So these aren't just questions, they are triggers for identifying urgent growth opportunities. Reflecting on them today is going to help us prioritize initiatives that deliver measurable business impact, fasten the innovation, and improve our customer experiences. So before we move to the next slide, on the value assessment of a bias, I would like to pause and share your thoughts. Which of these areas I would idle, which of these areas are from idle spend, delivery speed, outage impact, or manual workloads resonate most with your current priority? Just reflect on yourself so that you can build up you can just thought about the building upon a strategies. Here we have a couple of seconds for that. Let's take up for 10 seconds, and we're gonna move again for the next slide. All right, so these are big topics to digest on the spot. For most of the SMBs we work with, idle spend and delivery speed tend to be years that unlock immediate impact. Let's explore how the value assessment can help identify opportunities in these areas, and we move towards just I would like to introduce how we work with the businesses, SMB businesses, and how we add value in terms of the offerings that we have. So that is what we are going to look in the next slides. So yeah, so here's the value assessment offer that we have. So through this engagement, our consulting teams work closely with your SMBs to evaluate your current cloud environments, identify areas of idle spend, optimize delivery speed, and uncover untapped growth opportunities. So this isn't just a review, it's a clear roadmap to help SMBs take action with a zero cost cloud value assessment and proof of concept. So you'll get a detailed workload map, some sort of FinOps insights, quick wins, and a modernization roadmap tailored to your business in the value assessment that we offer, which is going to be the no obligation and absolutely zero cost. First of all, we validate a critical workload for you, for the cost, for the performance, for the operational impact that we have, and before you commit, these insights turn into actionable growth, and which adds up the measurable results for us. So this is something that aligns with your priorities. I'd be glad to get on a call to discuss this further and explore how the assessment can add value for your SMB. So this is some assessment, infrastructure assessment, environment assessment, workload assessment, or maybe value assessments that we can work with businesses to add tangible results for your SMBs. So I just want to reflect back on what we spoke about initially now, about launching product faster, scaling effortlessly, and delighting your customers. While others are stuck firefighting day-to-day IT issues, the difference often isn't the idea, it's the cloud strategy. So that's where Cloud.in comes in. We are, as we all know, we are advanced consulting partners of AWS, and we specialize in enabling SMB growth, not just cloud adoption. So what does that mean in practices? On average, our SMB clients reduce IT cost about 25 to 40% through continuous optimization, accelerating the time to market by 3x pace, and scale globally without heavy upfront investment or disruption. So which that's what matters the most for the businesses and SMBs for their innovation and growth. So how do we make that happen? Is by delivering faster and faster time to market and value. We have some sort of pre-built playbooks and blueprints designed specifically for SMB workloads. By applying our expertise to manage security, compliances, and day-to-day operations, and by continuously optimizing costs with FinOps practices, ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. So outcome is going to be very transparent, clear, which is going to be that teams can focus on innovation, launching new products faster, and serving the customers better. They don't just have to adopt the cloud; they have to unlock the measurable growth, efficiency, and most importantly, the competitive edge. So with Cloud.in, we exactly do that. SMBs gain confidence to scale, to innovate, and most importantly, to compete at a high speed, with the today's market. And speaking of why Cloud.in is the right partner, let me just want to give you a quick sense of who we are and what we bring to the table. Okay, so here we are gonna do that for you. If I want to talk about cloud.in, we ourselves are being one of the successful and trusted and forward-looking organization as an advanced consulting partners. For the last 10 years, we've worked hand in hand with AWS teams to bring greater value to your customers and helping them, to transform or to scale with confidence. So our strength lies in our allied team of 75 plus AWS certified professionals, collectively holding over 100 plus certifications that we have at each level, like specialty, professional, and including experts with in-depth expertise that allows us to tackle complex cloud challenges across the industries. So talking about our work that we have done over the years, we have successfully migrated and optimized more than 250 cloud workloads, enabling businesses to unlock scalability, operational efficiency, and innovation. So today we almost support 100 plus customers on their cloud transformation journeys, ensuring they maximize the value of AWS cloud. But we necessarily do not stop at the migrations. We ensure some sort of uninterrupted operations through our 24/7 network operation centers and security operation centers by proactively managing performance, security, and compliance. We make sure your infrastructure remains resilient, optimized, and future ready. So you can focus on growth and innovation rather than firefighting IT issues. So this is all about cloud.in and from the different aspects, from the different angle, and from the different standpoints, basically. So let's talk about what sets us apart when it comes to AWS expertise. That absolutely that of course when it comes to talking about that, we talk about the competencies, we talk about the partner programs, and we talk about the service validations that we have. These aren't just labels, they validate our deep technical expertise in key industries and workloads that we manage and that we work upon. So we have 3 AWS competencies, and some sort of AWS partner programs as well, multiple partner programs that we have, like that enables us to direct access to exclusive tools, fundings, and co-selling opportunities. So our customer get faster accesses and more effective cloud transformations. And we have over 10 plus AWS service validations as well, that ensures when you work with us, you are getting to go into cloud environments that are optimized, secure, and scalable from day one. This and this includes key validations for AWS like Lambda, API gateways, and DynamoDB at the core stack, basically. So at the end of the day, these aren't just credentials, they represent our ability to drive real and measurable business impact with AWS. So all of this is about us, why we are the ideal partner for SMBs looking to harness cloud for real business impact. If you'd like to explore more about us or cloud.in, visit our website, connect with us on LinkedIn, and reach out. Our team is ready to partner with you. So we just in a quick glance, we are going to look at how we offer the services and how we are specializing for a couple of minutes, and then we move to the latter half of this webinar session. So we are advanced consulting partners and specialize in end-to-end cloud consulting, ensuring businesses unlocking the AWS full potential. Our expertise spans multiple domains, helping organizations scale securely, optimize cost, and drive innovation. So cloud consulting and advisory, we guide businesses through their cloud journey, aligning AWS solutions with the strategic goals and efficiencies and scalabilities and innovations. We have we modernize applications to leverage AWS native services, ensuring performance. We have cloud migration and modernization services. So that ensures whether it's a lift and shift or full cloud native transformations. We streamline AWS migrations for minimal downtime and maximized ROI. So we have serverless and infrastructure deployments. We have managed services, we have security and compliances, and we have some sort of most impactful service offerings for the near future, which are GenAI and big data analytics and advanced analytics, basically. So that helps us optimize AI-driven workloads with AWS technologies like SageMaker, Bedrock, and advanced analytics solutions like Redshift, Athena, and maybe Kinesis. So ensuring seamless performance, scalability, and cost efficiency. This is all our objective is for when we offer the services as advanced consulting partners for the SMB customers that we have. So from strategy to execution, we deliver tailored AWS solutions that accelerate digital transformation, so businesses can focus on innovation, their growth, and their customers, and not just on the infrastructure and its management. So as I mentioned earlier, we are also reselling and billing partners provides diverse business needs, basically, that helps add value in the diverse business needs. So for specialized security solutions, we have some sort of tech partnerships that we have forged with some sort of bigger organizations like AWS, which are specialized in some sort of workloads, maybe more of on a security aspect. So that is what we are going to look like in the next couple of moments. So here we have our tech partnership that we forged strategically. So we have New Relic for apart from AWS, we have some sort of if we talk about Checkpoint, F5, and Fortinet data, those are specialty security solutions that offers. Some are specialized in application observability, some are specialized in endpoint detection, and some sort of companies like Fortinet that are specialized in data center security. So talking about the companies like New Relic, Confluent, Drua, those are capable with advanced observability capabilities, enterprise grade data protection, cloud infrastructure modernizations, and real-time data streamings as well. So these partnerships empower us to deliver end-to-end cloud solutions, helping businesses secure, optimize, and innovate at the scale, at the very scale, basically. So as we move forward, I just want to highlight one point, which is going to be the how AWS is for each industry, but it differs with industry to industry. So AWS isn't one size fits all for all solutions that we have for each industry. That is unique in line with the industries. So here's what we are going to look like in the next couple of moments. So we have different industries like media and entertainment, e-commerce, information technology, public sector, automobile, so on and so forth, basically. So as I mentioned, every industry has unique challenges, and that's where we bring our deep expertise in. So let's take a look at how we drive impact across the industries. Let's take an example of healthcare and life sciences. For healthcare, security and compliance are non-negotiable, right? So we help organizations build secure, compliant, the cloud infrastructure, which is optimized for the EHR systems that they have, for the telemedicines, which is the most critical workload that they have for the hospitals, and diagnostic systems workloads, basically, for the healthcare and hospitals. So they can focus on patient care without worrying about infrastructure that they have to manage, and all that relevant parts, basically. So one more important industry that we have is like a financial services industry. So if you talk about that, for them, uptime, security, and compliances are real critical. So we architect high performance regulatory compliant infrastructures for them that can power everything from digital banking to product analytics, ensuring reliability at scale, and ensuring their customer satisfaction. So talking about one more impactful organization that we have is educational institutions and e-learnings basically. So the educational scenario is changing fast, and cloud is driving that transformation. So what we do is we enable scalable learning platforms, the personalizations for the students in line with the AI power, and secure content workloads and content deliveries for them for their students to access the content in a real time, or without any further delays, making learnings more accessible and engaging for the students worldwide and not just locally. So we have multiple organizations like media, for them speed is everything. We have retail is all about customer experiences. We help them leverage scalable platforms, AI driven applications again, and what plays the critical role in the retails and e-commerce section is personalized recommendations for their customers to drive the seamless omni-channel experiences that keep customers engaged. So we talk about manufacturing and automotive. The key technology for them is IoT, which is transforming factories, and we help businesses stay ahead in line with the technologies that we have. So from IoT driven smart factories to predictive maintenance and supply chain optimizations, we bring intelligence and automation to manufacturing and automation industries. So whether it's compliance driven industries like healthcare and fincare, or high speed or high demand sectors like media and retail, we ensure that businesses gets the most out of the AWS cloud, security, efficiency, scale, and innovation. So this is all we have for the industries, different industries, and for their different and unique workloads that they have. So far, we've walked through the SMB growth landscape, the key challenges you face, and some real world scenarios as well. So I think we're gonna conclude here talking about just the the key topics that we have, and we're gonna just look at reflect back what we've covered in today's session, and how impactful it was for your businesses, and it is going to be for the near future. So far we've talked, yeah. So here we are for that. We are up for that. So we've walked through the understanding the landscape of SMBs. We have walked through leveraging the AWS cloud plus cloud.in's expertise to reduce IT costs. We've seen the real outcomes, which can be aligned with faster time to market, measurable cost savings. We've identified challenges and opportunities like spot and idle resources. We've seen cloud-ready SMB workloads that focuses on workloads that drive immediate business impact. Apart from that, we've seen real SMB case studies as well, demonstrating measurable impact. So now let's connect the dot and see how your own cloud journey comes together. Think of this like first you understand your landscape, where you are today, where the gaps are, and what opportunities exist ahead for us. So then you identify the workloads that matter the most and the challenges to tackle first. With AWS and cloud.in, what you can do, all while focusing on business outcomes. So by combining this all bundle that we have with an assessment, a clear roadmap, and a POC, that is proof of concept, you can make decisions with more confidence, scaling quickly and sustainably, and that makes us enable for the outcomes like faster time to market and measurable cost savings as well, and some sort of superior customer impact. The very results will be separate based on the industries and in this and their workloads. So now what we're going to do is just we're going to imagine achieving all these in just next 6 to 12 months. So how much more agile and competitive could your business become? Now let's connect the dots and see how we can do that basically. So but the question now is, are you ready for the transformation for your SMB that converts the growth in, converts that into growth engine that can scale automatically, that can innovate and compete at the high speed with today's market, because with AWS and cloud.in, it's not just possible, it's achievable in next 6 to 12 months. So this is all is possible with cloud.in and AWS. So now let's make this more interesting. And before we wrap up, I want to give some something actionable. So what we are going to do is we are going to engage in a interactive manner for the next couple of moments. So here we have a QR code. You can see that on the slide. So you will see that and you can scan it right now. So you'll get the direct access to detailed resources about our company, our services, and customer success stories as well. So no forms or nothing. You just follow unless you want to want them. So it's it's yours to explore. And if you can scan this during the session, you will see an exclusive demo that we only share with the live attendees. So go ahead and take a second or take a moment to scan, and let's keep this momentum going beyond today, beyond just the session. So we have a couple of moments to scan and enroll for the live demo sessions for the exclusive opportunity that we have for the day. Yeah, let's take a couple of seconds for that as well. So meanwhile, in the middle, you can also reflect on the questions that we have, like which we earlier also discussed. Apart from that, we had some other questions as well, like which single workload could truly move the needle for your business in next quarter. So this is going to be the transformative or very impactful for your business or SMB. So you can definitely should reflect on this question. Talking about curiosity about your FinOps baseline or maybe peak readiness. So you can reflect on uncovering the hidden opportunities for your business that lies ahead of us. And you can also see some sort of other questions or reflect on that as well. I hope the people you guys have taken the opportunity that we've gotten to scan the QR code and enroll for the live demos going ahead with cloud.in. So we've now officially completed our session, and we'll bring this back to your businesses, and we will take some sort of moments to identify high impact use cases, and will help you go from idea to prototype, and to convert that prototypes into the business impacts. So how can serverless help you move faster, cut cost, and scale effectively? This could be one of the more question. So just like that. So you can reflect on the more questions that you can have, and for that I'll be staying back for a few more minutes to address any questions or to schedule a discovery session, or if you want to assess your specific use cases and chart a path forward basically. Also, I'd like to announce that I have a special guest appearance in my today's webinar, which is I'll just like to give a quick brief about that. He's Bimal. He's senior cloud consultant at cloud.in, and he's he's also with us, going to be with us for addressing any sort of questions that are in line with the technical impact for your SMBs. So yeah, so I'll be staying back for a couple of more minutes and to address the question that we have. So let's take a moment for that. So feel free to ask anything that's on your mind. I'll be happy to address it. Also, so yeah, I'll be handing over to Vimal for the next few moments. Over to you, Vimal. Yeah. Okay, I see that someone has a question. I think feel free to ask anything. Yeah. Chetan asked the question. Hey Chetan, can you hear us?
Hey, hi. Hello.
Yeah, we are here to address your question. Please feel free to ask.
Yeah, I just want to understand why is partnering with Cloud.in beneficial for SMBs compared to managing cloud in-house?
Okay, so Chetan, okay, you hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Chetan, just let me know. Okay, so Chetan, you are asking that why you should collab with the cloud.in for like SMB workload, right? So the first thing, because SMB, be it like enterprise or any startup, so delivering or providing solution, end-to-end managed solution for any sort of workload. This is a predefined template, and there are the different ways and means, right? And if we talk about the AWS, right? So AWS has defined the proper way of like working with the SMB customers. And SMB, so basically I was also seeing that one one question someone was asking or might be confused about SMB. So SMB is basically small and medium businesses, right? Don't confuse it with the server message block. I mean, that's a totally technical thing of data transferring. So at the same time, I'm answering to that question as well. So it is nothing to do with the data transfer protocol, SMB server message block. It's a pure the business related thing, right? So back to our question that how cloud.in can be play the crucial role for managing your SMB workload. So the first thing that we are the partner, AWS advanced partner, who are having the competency of the SMB, right? So when we see that we have a SMB competency, that means there is a proper method and way defined that how your workload should be taken care right from we are taking the requirement, our sales team is there, right? And there is dedicated project manager is assigned whenever you have any workload for your SMB grade requirement, right? And all the best practices are there in place right from the overall life cycle management. And we have a dedicated solution architect team, and all are the 100% certified, right? So you need not to worry about anything. Your workload always in a safe hand, and we have 24/7 knocks of support, right? So I mean, these are the few areas which will give you more confidence that you can definitely go with the cloud.in. We have 24/7 operations, right? And at the same time, we have like multiple this SMB client as well as the enterprise grade client, and also the public sector. And if you, you've already gone through with the client and the industry vertical which we cater. So you probably got the idea that how the public sector companies are also trusting cloud.in. So looking at all those areas, you can understand that how your workload is gonna be safe and more resilient with the cloud.in, right? So I hope that answered your question.
Yes, Vima. Thank you so much.
So let me see if there are any other question. Okay, so I can see Tejas is there. Yes, Tejas, you can ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, please.
I just wanted to know, like, why part. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So I just wanted to know, like, what measurable business value can SMBs expect after like migrating to AWS with your organization's guidance, like Cloud.in's guidance. So I just wanted to know that.
Okay, so when you talk about the business value, right? So rather than talking about the numbers, I would rather tell you that what the trade-off you'll get, right? So the first thing that if we talk about the cost, I mean that's the one thing which anyways customer are always worried about, right? So we always take best practices for the cost optimization of your workload, right? So ideally, maybe monitor the CPU or maybe the resources utilization, and always best practice to go with a smaller configuration resources, so that you are not incurring the billing in the initial phase, right? And apart from that, there are a lot of the billing plans and maybe the where you can save your cost, whether it be the RI or maybe the saving plans, by providing the commitment of 1 year or 3 year, right? So these are the things, and again, we have like dedicated knocks of team, and we provide like the reports of your utilization, and we are the partner of the well-architected framework, which is well-defined 7-pillar assessment program, right? So you'll need not to take care about your security vulnerabilities. So everything would be in a very customized way. I was talking about the trade-off, right? So you can rest assured that you are not paying any single extra training to your workload. So it is highly optimized, and at the same time, be it a security or maybe any other sort of operation resilience. So you can very well work on your business logic or your business application. Rest assured your infra is highly optimized or in a right hand. Right. So I hope that answers your question. Can we have it? Yeah.
Hey, hi Vimal.
Hey, hi, Praful.
Myself Praful. So I have one query that how can we reduce AWS cost while keeping our workload scalable and always available?
Okay, so I just kind of give an answer to the previous question. So idea is to keep track or keep eye on how much resources are being utilized. So if the resources are over provisioned, we need to make sure that we need to downgrade the server so that the client is not getting extra cost, right? So that's the one way. And the other thing that you can use the reserve instances, RI or maybe the spot instances, or where your workload is kind of it can be interrupted and there is no persistency is required, right? Or any backend job if you are running, then the spot instances can give you the strength of saving like more than 90% of your cost, right? And if you are hosting your workload on the Linux based OS, then Graviton is again the one option where you can again save your cost, right? So these are the few areas. I mean, the methods, ways and means by adopting that, you can always look for the cost to be on a lower side. And again, the modernization is again one part where you can go from the licensing to the open source, right? Suppose you are using any 𝗦𝟑𝗀𝗃𝗲, so you can go for the optimization with us, that where we can find out the possibilities of providing you the database on the open source. So you not need to give the pricing for any licensing. So all this area we can look upon in terms of like keeping the cost on a lower side, right? So any other question we have from anyone else, you can ask about.
I think there's no question coming up. So all right then, great questions today. Appreciate the engagement. If anything comes up later, feel free to reach out. We are always here to help navigate your journey and make the most out of AWS cloud. So thanks again for your time and looking forward to continuing the conversation. Have a great day. Thank you.